everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you have already, thank you so much for subscribing and watching and interacting with me in the comments. If you haven't already, please do join the family by subscribing down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share the videos, turn on your notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. So today I am getting into a it's not heavy, it's not light either, but yeah, it's not too packed. It's the case or story of Boy Dube. Some people call him Boy Duba, I don't know why. So yeah, he is another serial killer in South Africa, and he was actually only 20 years old at the time of his offense, and he was still in grade 10 in high school at the age of 20 when this whole incident occurred. Okay, so Boy Dube was, like I said, a 20-year-old still in grade 10, and in his community they knew him as someone who was violent, someone who was aggressive. You know, he had episodes and tendencies, and he lived in Mayflower, which is a rural place near Emelo in Mpumalanga. So Boy actually killed 3 people and he injured 12, and he did all this using an axe and a shovel. That's what was interesting to me about this case. You know, it wasn't a gun like we're used to. So what happened was, it was Friday the 20th of March 2009, and he was at home and he just started being unruly, being aggressive. He, you know, had another episode, and so his family tried restraining him. You know, they tried to calm him down. They called the police. An ambulance actually came, and the police and the paramedics actually were able to calm him down, you know, and then he was okay, and then, you know, everything was back. There was peace again. So the police and the paramedics left, and it was cool until Sunday the 22nd. He has another episode, and so at his house they restrain him. They use a rope to like tie him down, but he actually fights them. He actually breaks free of the rope and he attacks. He actually takes an axe and attacks his brother, and then he goes out, like he goes into the streets. At one point he went into a 70-year-old's house. The woman lived alone. He went into that house and he actually hacked that woman to death, like hit her with the axe until she died. And then after leaving that woman's house, he's now back in the streets, and at some point he comes across a 16-year-old, and the 16-year-old is carrying her baby on her back, and he actually hacks the baby. The baby was apparently 6 months old. He hacks the baby, and then he hacks the mother. So that's 3 people. That's the 3 people that he killed. So along as all of this is happening, obviously there are people in the streets, you know, there are bystanders. So apparently also, I don't know at which moment, but then he drops the axe and grabs the shovel. So he starts attacking like bystanders and people who were just passing by with axes. Like, his victims were ranging from like 10-year-old boys to adults. Like, he just hit everyone he came across, he would sweep. So anyway, so now everybody in the community, it's, you know, kerau. So the community obviously comes out, and his brother is the one who actually calls the police to say, you know what, we actually have a situation. So okay, so by this time he killed 3 people, and of all the bystanders and the people in the street, he had injured 7. So the police now come, and obviously they put him into the police van, and at this point the community is fighting, because the community wants revenge. They want to fight him. They want their justice. So as like during that scene where he's being arrested and put into the van, 5 more people get injured, including one of the policemen who I guess was coming towards him, and then he swung at the policeman and then he injured that policeman. So all in all, there were 12 people who were at hospital with injuries that were caused by Boy Dube. So okay, so there are several reasons why he would have had this episode, and one of them is that apparently he had epilepsy, and which was a part of depression. So some people believe that, you know, his mental state, he wasn't mentally okay, so that's why he did it. And there were also rumors that he was HIV positive. I don't know where those rumors come from, but then the thing is, the effects of being HIV positive psychologically affected him, and that is the reason why he started like wilding out. So after being arrested, he actually injured his head during his rampage, and he was actually taken to a hospital under police custody, obviously. And then from the hospital, he was transferred on the Monday to the jail where he was held. So he was actually taken to Vescopis, which for psychiatric evaluation, and he was actually his whole case. He didn't go to court because they actually asked him not to. Well, he did go to court, but then they asked him not to plead guilty or plead to anything until he was done being reviewed and evaluated. So yeah, they had to wait before they tried him to hear if it's psychological, was he insane, is he okay mentally, stuff like that. So anyway, the family of the 16-year-old mother that he killed actually blamed the police and the paramedics, because they say, why didn't they just take him that Friday? Why didn't they take him away? Because also it wasn't his first episode, and apparently it wasn't the first time he had threatened the mother, to say, I'll kill you or whatever. He had said it before in one of his previous episodes. So that's where the case paused, because from there I don't know if he got arrested, convicted, or if he was just taken to psychiatric hospital until further notice. I will try to find out though, but I couldn't find out that information, and that's why I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think should have happened? Do you think he is mentally ill and that's why he did this? Do you think even though he does have mental issues, he should still be arrested? What is your take on it? What do you think should be the ending of all of this? Also, let me say, at school, as much as in the community they knew that he was troublesome and he had mental issues, at school he was the teachers were shocked. He wasn't that type of person. They were shocked that he was that he had done this, and that it had gotten to that point where he actually killed 3 people. So maybe there is a disconnect. He becomes 2 people, because at school apparently he was behaving, but then at home he wasn't. So obviously he was charged with he was going to be charged with 3 murders and 12 attempted murders. So like I said again, I do not know how this case, I don't know if maybe the hype died for the case, or just people lost interest after he was arrested. I don't know. But again, please let me know what you think in the comments. This was a very short one, and yeah, I think again it's very wild, because this can happen literally in any, just somebody wilding out and just they have their own issues, and then when or you're just passing by, and then here comes somebody with an ex, and next thing you're critical but stable. So that is the case for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have information on this, if you've heard of this case, you're more than welcome to tell us what happened in the comment section. You're more than welcome to leave your opinions, leave a comment. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will see you guys again next week with the final SpreeKiller. Thank you, and